I'm just here to see Joe Burrow. That's all I'm watching this game for. The Bengals pretty much suck, but hopefully Joe Burrow get a couple highlight plays from him. Hopefully we get a comeback. What's good, done deal? Joe is gonna come back. Like he's coming back. It's gonna start at the end of this half. And the Bengals just suck. He's just got AJ Green and got some receivers, but that defense is just letting Baker look like he's coming back with that. Man, they need to protect him. This offensive line is horrible. And look at the Browns defensive tackle just jumping on top. I don't like why he's rolling up under. Yeah, I can't. Nah, you grabbing his leg? Absolutely not. Okay, Joe. Okay, Joe. First down. Let's go. Let's go. That's T. Higgins. I forgot he had T. Higgins. I forgot he had T. Higgins. Man, Joe Burrow is about to do some dirty work this year. He's gonna go crazy. There's an award flying around. I just can't see him losing to the Browns like this. He got to close the, got to close the gap. I wouldn't even throw it to John Ross if I was him. Every time it goes towards John Ross, it's an overthrow or he drops it or John Ross is running the wrong route. He's just 4-2 for no reason. Okay, let's get this 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10. He's throwing it a little too short. Thank you. Offside. Running back. Miles Garrett always into something. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, AJ Green. Thank you for showing up. If anybody coming in the stream right now, go ahead and leave a like so people can see that I'm streaming. Joe Burrow about to get this touchdown before the end of the half. He looking pretty good. 17, 23, 155. I don't like that. See, he started getting a little bit uncomfortable and he just threw the ball away. But he could have got it to that tight end. They'll at least get a field goal, though. That's better than nothing. Bengals. Oh, it's like he just has to throw it up to AJ Green every play because nobody else is getting open. Hey, what's good, Vinny? Like I said, I'm just here for Joe Burrow. I really don't care about the outcome of this game besides him. Bengals been letting them down all day. That was a tough catch though for AJ Green though. Done deal. That was a tough catch. It was real high. That Tyler. See, Joe Burrow has like all of these weapons. It's like Tyler Boyd, John Ross, AJ Green, T. Higgins. But then you got people like Bobby Hart blocking for him, and we all know how bad we know how bad Bobby Hart is. Talk about a bomb. And then he talks trash all day on Twitter. So what do y'all think? Joe Burrow or Baker Mayfield going forward next year? Not even this year. I mean, Burrow. This is the second game. Being honest, I'll take Burrow right now on the Browns over Mayfield. I feel like that's a playoff team. Don't let that be a touch. Oh my god! I know that's not a catch. Okay, he was out. Yeah, that was a stupid throw though. It's a rookie throw. That's the type of throw that Carson Wentz makes in year 4 or 5. And here goes that kicker that lost the game for them last week. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dundee. At least he throws it to AJ Green. Baker, he throws it to Odell once every blue moon. Yeah, the Bengals, they really haven't had anything at quarterback. Anytime Carson Palmer is your best quarterback in your franchise's history, that's just sad. It's just sad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't even know who those people are. Like, it's just the Bengals they really haven't been able to accomplish much. That number 19, I keep thinking that it's Corey Coleman, but obviously he's not. I don't even know if he's on the roster. You see Baker Mayfield getting his little running start and celebrating. He woke up feeling dangerous. He feel like he won the whole game, dropping stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't score the rest of this game. All right, so it's halftime. Stream. What are y'all trying to talk about today? Because it's not much to talk about with this game. I mean, I feel like Baker Mayfield is doing his best at not getting Odell the ball when he's open. Joe Burrow is trying to get the ball to AJ Green even when it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Baker, he just regressed bad. I was surprised that he got drafted number 1. But I mean, after that, he had a real good rookie season, but that second season, he had too many weapons and he went out, just went outside. What's up, Giant Opinion Sports? Hey, Giant Opinion Sports has a good channel. Go sub him up. Got a good video on Carson Wentz and all his fumbles. You want to talk about the fumble god for real? That is Carson Wentz. That's what he does best. Fumbles, turns the ball over. I really don't know if Baker is good or not because I feel like he's good. and he's good, but at the same time, it's like there's like a force field that's stopping him from putting together consecutive good games. Yeah, Eagles fans get mad when you when you question Carson Wentz, but they sure sold out on Carson Wentz after what one bad game. But I would too if I lost to Dwayne Haskins. I wish Daniel Jones would. Yeah, I think Odell should go to the 49ers. They need a receiver bad. They don't really have any weapons, but I think Jimmy G would do. Jimmy G will pretty much do the exact same thing that Baker is doing. But it's like Baker just likes Landry so much, he doesn't really want to get him the ball. Done deal. If Odell goes to the Pats, they're winning 13 games. Now it depends what week he would get there, but they're winning that division. The Bills look nice though. Josh Allen looks crazy. I don't know if Odell is into that kind of stuff, giant opinion sports. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised though. He's into some weird stuff, definitely. Yeah, it said that he was he yeah, he is. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but man, it's just people just love the clown. Odell is somebody easy to make fun of. Like that video of him in the club, going down, onto the club floor and comes up sniffing and stuff. Just look, he just does a lot of crazy things. Yeah, Josh Allen does play bad against the Pats, but he look. Did you see him on Sunday? It's like he's really confident. He runs when he needs to. He throws when he needs to. He's getting more accurate. I think Josh Allen, if he plays like how he played this Sunday, he's going to be an MVP candidate. Yeah, Josh Allen is fun to watch though, just in general. I feel like that's part of winning the MVP is just being fun to watch. Because if he plays like that, they're going to have to put him on some primetime games. I saw one play where he was on the sideline and it looked like he was going to get like 1 yard, and then he just like hit a gear and picked up the first down. It was crazy. It was only person I've seen do that is Lamar Jackson as far as the last couple years. Maybe Kyler Murray would do that, but I did not know Josh Allen was accelerating like that. At the very least, though, Josh Allen is going to have a good fantasy year. Yeah, if he doesn't win that division this year, I mean, he's he's not going to ever win it if he doesn't win it this year. If Cam Newton is able to hold on and win that, that's going to be tough for Josh Allen. He will never win. And then I feel like Daniel Jones is like a tick slower than most of these top fastest guys, but he's just so clunky when he runs. He looks like an immobile quarterback that runs like a 4.6. He looked better running yesterday though. It's like he went to coordination school. It's like he went to a track trainer or a running trainer because last year he just looked so clunky and uncomfortable running. Daniel Jones seems like he just hit puberty over the summer. Put on like 15 pounds, more confident, throwing the ball with some confidence and running with some confidence. Yeah, DJ is fast in a straight line, but he's not making anybody miss. And like I said, it just looks awkward when he's running. You get scared that he might fumble just because of how awkward he looks. He doesn't look like an athlete. But this past Monday, he looked completely different. It was strange. He looked completely different on that first down that he picked up. I think it was on a third down. He looked a lot more coordinated. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Danny Benjamins from now on. It was Danny Dollars a couple months ago, but that kind of reminded me of Dame Dollars, and I really can't stand Damian Lillard, so I'm calling him Danny Benjamin. This year, this year, I would say all of the weapons and that he's running around like that. I would say Kyler, DJ, and then Baker. Baker is going to have these good games against the Bengals because the Bengals suck. All they have is Joe Burrow and these receivers and Joe Mixon. Other than that, their defense is horrible. Every time they run a bootleg, Baker, if he was a little bit faster, Baker would just be running for a first down every single bootleg. A lot of people wanted to anoint Kyler as MVP and say the Cardinals were huge contenders. I had to step in on that, but Kyler is going to have a good year this year. He will. Because to win MVP, you're going to have to go through. No, maybe the first couple of weeks he might be a candidate because their schedule is easy. It depends how they do this week against Washington, but you're going to have to go through Mahomes, Brady, Wilson, a lot of these guys. I thought Saquon had a shot, but if the Giants aren't going to block for him, then that's a wrap at this point. Yeah, Hopkins is a beast. All I want is Allen Robinson. I mean, but we'd have to pay him. But I'll take I'll take Odell back because Daniel Jones has Darius Slayton. I'm probably going to make a Darius Slayton video soon. Compare his stats to Odell. Darius Slayton actually has better stats than Odell in every category over the past 15 games. But we need another receiver besides Darius Slayton that can get down the field. Because all of these diminutive, short, possession receivers that are around Darius Slayton, and then Evan Ingram is going to drop passes and just completely just give up on the field. We got to get another receiver, and we need one soon. Nobody else is beating Tom Brady this year but Daniel Jones. That's what I'll say to that done deal. He owes Tom Brady one from last year, and he's a grown man now. Yeah, he does lead the league in touchdowns since week 5. He came in week 3 last year. I'll show you guys. I'll show the stream the stats that I have for Slayton and Odell. Won't show you because it's not on camera right now, but I'll tell you. Oh yeah, he would drop Tom off on the basketball court. DJ looked like he got a shot. Probably could dunk. I think Odell could fit in. I think that Odell would listen to Joe Judge. Odell wasn't going to listen to Ben McAdoo. He wasn't going to listen to Pat Shurmur. Pat Shurmur let Odell do whatever Odell wanted. Joe Judge wouldn't. He wouldn't just let Odell just control the locker room, control the organization. Like with Tom Coughlin getting old and more passive, and Pat Shurmur and Ben McAdoo in there, Odell felt like he owned the Giants. When he did that interview with Lil Wayne, you just knew Odell felt like he owned the Giants. All right, so I'm going to read off these stats while they kick this ball off. Odell, 828, last 15 games, 828 yards, 3 touchdowns, 122 targets, 64 catches. Darius Slayton, 92 targets, 54 catches. So that's 10 less catches for Darius Slayton on like 20 plus less targets, 842 yards. That's about 20 more yards than Odell has, and then 7 more touchdowns than Odell has. Darius Slayton, 56 yards a game, Odell, 55. And this is counting with Darius Slayton wasn't really getting any playing time. So those are just stats. Nobody thinks that Slayton is better than Odell, but production-wise, he's been better than Odell the last 15 games since he got in. And I feel like, that made me so mad on Monday. We should have drafted Chase Claypool. We shouldn't have traded for Leonard Williams. We should have just signed him in free agency. We would have had our 3rd round pick, maybe been able to trade back into the 2nd round to get Claypool, been able to draft somebody because I think T. Higgins was still available because if we had one of these tall wide receivers, we'd be cooking right now. Our offense would be unstoppable. But I think Daniel Jones might have a big year this year because they got not 8 men in the box, they got 9 men in the box, and they're just saying we're daring Daniel Jones to throw. So this week we'll see. He's not going against a Super Bowl level defense. So if he can carve this Bears defense up, they're going to have to come out of that box, and Saquon is going to run wild. Yeah, Claypool definitely pissed off. And that gave the Steelers all of their momentum. Before that, they could not move the ball against our defense at all. Odell is just being locked up on the Browns. I mean, he's open so much, and Mayfield doesn't throw it to him to the point to where he drops crucial catches now because he doesn't expect the ball. Now, look, he has a one-on-one matchup. The safety is all the way down in the box. Is he going to get the ball? He's wide open. That play, he was wide open. He didn't get the ball. They got the first down, though, but you guys get the point. Look at all of these weapons he has. Odell is getting single covered, and he's not getting the football. William Jackson is not going to be able to. They're not even bracketing him at this point. I also kind of want to see what Jedrick Wells looks like. That was my number one tackle. But Andrew Thomas, he looked really good against the Steelers. Don't you guys wish Saquon got these blocks? Yeah, Giant Opinion Sports. I mean, I think Slayton is going to get a lot of touchdowns and he's going to be a threat. But if we can't get something from someone else, I mean, 14 to 21 points a game isn't going to cut it. And they're just going to let us make our 2 plays a game with Slayton. Let Saquon make his highlight play, and it won't be enough to win. We need something from someone else. Golden Tate was that person last year, and Shep, it's like sometimes he just disappears. And I guarantee you that play Odell was probably open. But Baker is allergic to him. Oh, and now he's just getting grabbed. And he's so wide open. That's a touchdown. Like, that should have been a touchdown. Even Eli and on his last leg, Eli was hitting that for a touchdown. See, they're probably trying to run behind Zeitler though, because Zeitler was our best offensive lineman by far. Andrew Thomas is probably going to take that title, but Zeitler, he's good. He just had a bad game. That Steelers defensive line was amazing. And Hernandez didn't really have that good of a game either if you look at the tape. Thomas was decent, really good in pass protection, but not as good in the run game with Bud Dupree. But that defensive line is crazy. I don't understand that either. Why don't we sign Prince? Why don't we sign Prince? I don't understand that. Why don't we sign any veteran corner? I mean, we're just comfortable lining up Ballantyne. Wasn't he like a 6th-round pick last year? We're just comfortable lining him up on the outside. Yeah, Zeitler had a bad game, but I feel like Zeitler is going to bounce back. I'm more worried about Cam Fleming because Zeitler has to play he has to play beside Cam Fleming. Remember that too. And he's also playing beside Nick Gates, who's never played center before. Yeah, I'd rather take Darnay Holmes, but I want someone in there before Xavier McKinney comes back. And I feel like Xavier McKinney would have made a play that week 1 game, but he's not there. I feel like Prince is a veteran corner. He was on the Bears defense last year, and he was not a bad corner at all. He's a boundary corner, and we can sign him for something pretty cheap. Oh, Chubb is just carrying people on his back all over the place. It's ridiculous. This is what the Bengals are awful. They cannot tackle. The Browns can't tackle either. See, this is why Joe Burrow doesn't have a chance because this Bengals defense is just you can't let these are a group of grown men. That's one tackle, two tackles, three tackles, four tackles. Like he's carrying people. To me, it was a no-brainer. They should have brought in Logan Ryan and Prince. They brought in Logan Ryan to replace McKinney, but I'm thinking you need to bring in a corner. How are we going to replace DeAndre Baker? With Corey Ballantyne? No. Sam Beal opted out. And Sam Beal is done. I mean, I understand he doesn't want to get, that illness, but Sam Beal was injured, a bum, and then he opts out. He's gone. He's getting cut next year. Like, he does not have a spot. You can't be a rookie in your fourth year. And then they're still showing all these Baker commercials. I mean, the Bengals are not a good football team, and they're going to all come out and say Baker bounced back, but we'll see how he does when he's in a game that matters. And what's going on, Richard Lewis? All of the OGs in the chat. Yeah, but Sam Beal, I'm sick of Sam Beal. I was so excited when we got him, and I thought he was going to come in here, but he was injured that first year. I think he got injured again the second year. Yeah, maybe he comes back and he looks like an all-star cornerback. Then at that point, we'd have to give him a chance. But I think we're going to draft a starting corner or sign one this offseason because we got to fix that. DeAndre Baker really messed us up with that. See, the thing is, that's my point. He's gotten enough looks. He's been here for 4 years. And that shoulder, yeah, like Richard, you're right. That shoulder, it's like the shoulder is weak. You can't play football where you have to tackle and have a weak shoulder. But if he comes back healthy and in this new scheme where everybody is playing way better than they were last year, where we look like an actual NFL defense, maybe he's an all-star or a Pro Bowler, all pro, whatever. Yeah, when we first drafted Holmes, I thought that he was going to be I thought that he was going to be someone that was going to have to stay in the slot, but when I looked at his tape and saw him in camp, I think he can play outside. And I would rather put Ballantyne in the inside or Logan Ryan on the inside and just put Holmes on the outside or put Ryan on the outside. Anybody but Ballantyne. And Evan Ingram he's like 2 drops away from me. I'm not going to be able to defend him. And like 2 more drops. I made like 6, 7 videos this offseason on Evan Ingram and how good he was going to be. I do this every year. I fall for it. He gets injured, and then he comes out and he's not injured and he's dropping passes. Yeah, or play Love in the slot and just leave Ryan at free safety. Yeah, but they were playing Love in the slot a little bit yesterday, and they had Ryan and Peppers deep, and then they had Julian Love in the slot. They didn't do it too much, but maybe they'll continue that next week. Evan Ingram, I think he just doesn't. I mean, a lot of people want to say that Evan Ingram is soft. I did a film breakdown like 2 years ago, or before he even got into the league. Evan Ingram loves the block. He loves to mix it up, and he just has a lot of concentration issues. But also, Giant Opinion Sports, to be fair, we want Evan Ingram to block, but I mean, Evan Ingram, Levine Toilolo, Caden Smith, they were all horrible. Evan Ingram got the spotlight because he's the small playmaker, the star, but all three of those tight ends were horrible. And yeah, Roy, we need the Bengals to win. It's still a one possession game. Hopefully they can get this stop. Yeah, Evan Ingram got a lot better last year blocking, but I don't know what happened. I would say Toy Lolo is probably the best blocker. He's like 260. But they all just missed blocks, got ran over. Pittsburgh's defense is ridiculous. I can't even judge these. You can't expect any of our tight ends to block these guys. They're all they're all just beasts. Now, if we get to that, I think we play the Rams after the 49ers. If we get to that Rams game and our tight ends aren't doing anything, then that's going to be a problem. But I'll wait until that Rams game before I say that our tight ends can't block because they all looked horrible on Monday. Yeah, I mean, it's all up to if Big Ben can stay healthy, if they can keep that running game going, which they can. I mean, every year they're able to run the ball. It doesn't matter who's back there, D'Angelo Williams, Le'Veon Bell. But it's pretty much just about Big Ben. If he can stay healthy, if he doesn't, shrivel away and be an old man, Steelers are going to be good. Done deal. I know you hate the Steelers, but the Steelers are winning double digit games. Y'all will have to ignore Done deal. He has an issue with Pittsburgh. All right, we got one of those in the chat. Everybody's doing good, and then all of a sudden we got one of these in the chat. You can't even have a stream with 20 followers before you get one of those. King DD. All right. I guess if I'm going to stream consistently, I'm going to have to get some mods. Everybody in here is pretty much a loyal subscriber. I'm going to make a couple of you guys mods. So, y'all see someone else coming here putting monkey emojis and, you know, profile pictures to scare to show their face and scared to get on YouTube and cam up and all of that, just go ahead and kick them. Eli's a shoo-in Hall of Famer. He gets so much disrespect. Don't get me started on the Eli thing, man. Big Ben is like Big Ben has always had a great team. There's Juju, Allen Robinson. I wasn't really impressed with the wide receiver class, to be honest, for free agents. I think we need like a real dog, Allen Robinson, but I don't want to pay any of these wide receivers. I think we get like a second tier guy that's just a deep threat and just keep it moving or draft someone. That being said, I won't be mad if we take Allen Robinson. Yeah, I don't want Juju at all. I don't really want Juju at all. I'll take Julio, but he's getting old. But I take him. Hey, everybody say hello to Jones Ross. Tyrell Williams, yeah. I mean, I think we just need a big body that's not a scrub and keep it moving after that and draft a wide receiver. But yeah, the Browns are looking like they might handle business. I'm going for Joe Burrow, but the Browns are looking like they'll probably win. They're terrorizing Joe Burrow right now because he's not getting protection. Like this is what happened when you have an offensive line with Bobby Hart on it. I just hate Bobby Hart. I can't stand him. This is pretty much ball game. And then he just got leveled. See, you have to protect him, man. If the Bengals traded us Aaron Donald for Saquon, I mean the Rams traded us Aaron Donald for Saquon, that'd be the dumbest trade. Saquon Barkley's a running back at the end of the day. I'd take Aaron Donald. There's not too many people I wouldn't trade for a pass rusher. Corners, pass rushers, offensive tackles, they're the most important positions. Quarterback, wide receivers, and running backs you can get back. Yeah, I'm hoping Joe Burrow can win this game. but it doesn't look like he's going to get protected. I feel like Dave Gettleman, unless he gets fired, is going to extend Odell. Not Odell, Barkley. It's Nick Chubb. Is that 3 touchdowns now? Yeah, he's going crazy. I hope I'm not playing against Nick Chubb in fantasy. Whoever is that's bad. Yeah, AP is the most disrespected running back of all time. But yeah, I feel like Dave Gettleman is going to extend Barkley no matter what. Uh, but if we can't run the ball, Dave Gettleman is going to get fired because we won't win any games. Yeah, yeah, 6 yards a game for. Yeah, I can't see that happening either. Saquon is. I feel like Saquon is going to go over 100 this game against the Bears. I made my Bears video, and the Bears fans are really confident. The Steelers fans were confident, and I understood that, and they were talking their trash. But the Bears fans, they're talking crazy. Like they're a Super Bowl contender. They're not making the playoffs this year. I hope they know that. Yeah, the Steelers guys are still leaving comments on that video. Yeah, he's going to have to get more than Kamara. I mean, I don't know how Alvin Kamara got paid that much, but he's going to have to get more than him. He every Kamara is basically a slot receiver who plays running back, and he's effective at running back, but Saquon is better than him. He's probably a little bit better receiver than Saquon, but Saquon is so dynamic with the ball in his hands. You could start Saquon at any receiver or running back position, and he'd be a threat just with the ball in his hands. Yeah, the Bears think they're going to be able to just put 10 guys in the box like the Steelers did. That's not going to work. And a hot take here, Khalil Mack has regressed. Like they don't have the speed that the Steelers have. They don't have they don't have the Steelers defense. They've got Khalil Mack, and Robert Quinn is going to be scary. I'm more scared of Robert Quinn than Khalil Mack, to be honest with you. He just disappears, and then people are scared of him because he's Khalil Mack. Now, this is a guy. Listen, this is a giant sin. But I was someone who thought that Khalil Mack could be a Lawrence Taylor style guy. I know I'm crazy for that, and I deserve the hate for it. But he is completely falling off. Yeah, we blocked the Steelers all day, but they were sending 7, 8 guys. Yeah, I deserve the hate for that. I deserve the hate for comparing anybody to Lawrence Taylor. That's absolutely ridiculous of me. I don't know what came over me. Yeah, I saw that Joe Judge. Joe Judge. Every time you see Joe Judge talk, it just feels like how could this team be a bad team? Every time Joe Judge goes out there and just does anything, it just seems like Pat Shermer was. He's a great offensive mind, but he doesn't have any fire. And Ben McAdoo, once he slicked his hair back, Ben McAdoo he checked out. He just wanted to get Eli out of there as quick as possible. And I don't believe that he wanted to take Pat Mahomes. Everybody said that they wanted to take Pat Mahomes because Ben McAdoo said he wanted Mahomes, and Jerry Reese didn't let him take him. And then Jerry Reese said Ben McAdoo didn't let him take Mahomes. So I don't believe either one of them. They probably wanted Trubisky. Yeah, he's LT. LT is on a completely different. I don't. It's like you'll never see anyone like LT. And LT was a little crazy. I feel like that's why he was that good. Yeah, LT was. He wasn't present while he was on the field. You know, when he broke Joe Theismann's leg, he was like, "Oh man, you just ruined my high." Yeah, Richard Lewis is a Giants fan. Yeah, Derek Thomas was a beast. Rest in peace, Derek Thomas, man. Yeah, I know Dundale in real life. He's not in his 30s. I don't think the boat trip ruined it. I just think that Odell, he didn't have it. I don't know if Odell has championship caliber in him. I don't know if he's that guy. He just completely folded. It wasn't the boat trip. It was the media's coverage of the boat trip that had Odell dropping passes. Man, NFL films, man. NFL films will have a 12-year-old talking about Art Donovan and Mel Blount and yeah, NFL films, like I said. Yeah, if you watch one day at NFL Network, you'll get a good history lesson, especially when there's nothing going on. Yeah, I've been thinking about going live for the past couple of weeks. I just said go ahead. I mean, Joe Burrow's playing. Joe Burrow's probably my second favorite quarterback. I just wanted to see him come out here. I thought he would get the W, but his offensive line isn't blocking. But I should have known with Bobby Hart. Okay, pick up this first down, Joe. What is up with these young quarterbacks and sliding head first? Yeah, I'm so jealous that I didn't get to see LT live. Like, I mean, if I would have gotten to see LT live, that would have just been perfect. But I missed LT live by a while. I wasn't on the planet. The Bengals have all the weapons and no offensive line. Reminds me of the Giants a couple years ago. But as soon as they get that offensive line, that's over. Yeah, I did get to see Tom. I got to see Tom Brady. Yeah. See, everybody that hates Tom Brady, hates Peyton, hates LeBron, you know, rest in peace to Kobe, my favorite athlete of all time. But everybody that hated Kobe, once these all-time greats retire, you're gonna miss them. You're gonna miss Tom Brady if you hate him now. I feel like Tom is the GOAT. I feel like it's not close. Okay, Joe Mixon got in. Oh, that's Giovanni Bernard. I think the game I'm watching is a little behind. Yeah, like I said, I think Tom is the GOAT. But yeah, at the same time, Brady also played in the early 2000s. He had three peats in multiple eras. Not three peats, but he got his championships. He got his six championships all at different times. So I don't think you can really use the era argument. Now Mahomes playing in the 2000s. They're not letting him do all that cute stuff. The 90s, they're not letting him do that behind the back stuff. But this era is perfect for Mahomes. Just like this era right now is perfect for Stephen Curry. But yeah, he would have had to go against some super teams. Niners, I mean, he would have had to go against some actual competition. And they were cheating the salary cap. So yeah, I was sick when Eli left, sick when Peyton left. I was sick when Tom Coughlin stopped being our coach. Yeah, but I mean, listen, Tom, he put his team in a position to win in both of the Super Bowls that he lost to the Giants. Tom is the GOAT, man. I can't see anybody that I would put over him. Six championships. Yeah, he got lucky with the Marshawn didn't get the ball and the Falcons blew that lead, but he had to come back too. Yeah, I really wanted Eli to beat Peyton too. Yeah, but he managed that game for real. He really managed that game. He really managed the game. I mean, we've seen a lot of people mess it up. Yeah. That's when I got mad at Brady and it took me a while to get over that. When he lost to the Eagles, that just made me mad. But Eagles fans are already feeling like they haven't won a Super Bowl again. They're just yeah, I feel bad for Joe Burrow. I just hope the Bengals don't ruin him. Yeah, I would take Brady. You can't tell me that if you're in the Super Bowl and Tom Brady has the ball, you're not scared. Who would you take? Giant Opinion Sports. Who do you think is the GOAT? Where does Brady rank? I'm scared of the Bills in general. They're ridiculous. With Stephon Diggs, that just helps everything. Yeah, I take LT. I take a lot of people, uh, but as far as quarterbacks goes, I take Brady. Peyton is the only guy. I mean, Peyton, Joe Montana, but I feel like Brady's the GOAT. I feel like with the Patriots, people are going to try to discredit Brady, but I feel like with the Patriots, it was just you had Tom Brady, who was the greatest quarterback, Bill Belichick, who was the greatest coach, and that's what you're going to get. Oh no, I'd never take Dan Marino. You probably saw Marino play, live on TV, but from what I've seen, I wouldn't take Marino because people talk about Marino's arm, and he probably looked like like Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes at that point. But I mean, you got to win a Super Bowl. You got to win a Super Bowl. Yeah, if Brady wins with the Buccaneers, I don't want to hear anybody saying he's not the GOAT. The Bengals are letting Joe down bad. Yeah, his teams were trash. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he should have been able to come out with a Super Bowl because Mahomes has a stacked team. Mahomes has a super offense. I don't know. I wouldn't put him over Brady though. Yeah, Mahomes isn't winning six Super Bowls. That's I don't think he'll win six. I think he'll get another one though, but I don't think he'll win six. I think this league is evolving so much that you'll see a lot more Mahomes, and you'll just see a lot of people throwing a bunch of yards and touchdowns, and he's not going to be able to dominate like Brady did. Yeah, I'm pulling up these Super Bowl stats for Marino. Now, look, I did not see the game live. Maybe they were tipped. Maybe receivers ran the wrong routes. But yeah, he threw those two interceptions against the Niners. And I know the Niners were a lot more stacked, but you made it to the Super Bowl. I feel like you got to come out and win. The Niners had the way better team. That's a fact. But I feel like you got to elevate your team if you want to be better than Brady. No, Marino was a beast, but I feel like if you're better than Brady, you got to elevate your team and win that game. You can't be above Brady and not have a ring. Yeah, I know the Niners, they were cheating the salary cap. Those teams were stacked. Yeah, I guarantee you in 2 years they're going to be talking about somebody else the way they're talking about Mahomes. Could be Lawrence. Hopefully it's Daniel Jones, but I don't think he'll win 6 championships. I think he'll get a couple more. I would say when I was younger, probably probably a DC fan. Lately I've been a Marvel fan, but I like both of them. Yeah, I keep going back and forth on Lawrence. Yeah, that's a good point. But if Marino would have won his team that Super Bowl, I feel like some of them would have been some Hall of Famers. Like Eli winning that Super Bowl, even though Justin Tuck was instrumental, Eli winning that Super Bowl has Justin Tuck in the Hall of Fame conversation. If you pull up Justin Tuck's stats, no Hall of Fame for him. But I hope he gets in though. Yeah, Brady had to go through the gauntlet. He had to go through some serious teams every year. The Colts, him and the Colts in the AFC Championship, that was basically a Super Bowl. Yeah, I think I'll just agree to disagree because I just can't see Marino being better. 2011 Eli, if I could have gotten that for all 16 years, we'd have about 6 titles. Because if you could have given 2011 Eli Manning that 2014 through 2016 roster, oh man, talk about a three-peat. Minus the minus the offensive line though. We can't do anything with Eric Flowers. Yeah, if Plex didn't shoot himself, I feel like we would have had a really good chance to repeat. But I also feel like we wouldn't have taken Hakeem Nicks. We probably, I feel like we wouldn't have got that 2011 Super Bowl. But I also think that Eli might have had a better statistical year. Yeah, the Browns are going to go crazy. They're going to act like they won the Super Bowl because they beat a kid behind Bobby Hart. Like it's just amazing how hype and how confident Baker Mayfield is when he's not playing competition. But listen, if you put Brady on the 49ers, do you really think they don't win? You really think if you replace Brady with Montana, if you replace Brady with Phil Simms and Hostetler, you think he's not winning? Because I mean, we're a Giants channel here, but we all know Brady was better than Phil Simms. That's not a debate at all. Yeah, it's like these media members are blind. Like they don't show any respect when Daniel Jones has a good game. They wait for him to have a bad game. They ignore everything they did well. They ignore everything Joe Judge did well. Our team looked prepared. Our team looked completely different, and they just completely disrespected Joe Judge. But we won't get any respect until we take our spot back as a respectable team. I mean, the media is just going to have fun with it. They obviously don't like the Giants. Oh, look at Baker Mayfield just beating up on no competition. Yeah, CJ, he's got to get in the hall, but they might hold him out because he retired early. But I feel like he should get in. He should get in first ballot. CJ is a top five receiver. To me, he's top five all time. Jerry Rice, Moss, T.O., Calvin Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, maybe. But he's up there, and he needs to get in first ballot. Yeah, you just see Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, and they just completely ignore everything Daniel Jones has done. Oh, is that a pick? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is the Baker Mayfield that I know. There's still a chance. Yeah, Detroit. See, listen, I'm going to tell you, Detroit did to Calvin Johnson and to Barry Sanders what it looks like the Giants might do to Saquon and Odell. Just ruining prime years. Just bad franchises ruining prime years. Yeah, Skip isn't Skip. He's an idiot. He still thinks that Daniel Jones isn't an NFL player. Like I understand why you would tune in to Undisputed because you want extreme opinions, but I mean, give Joe Judge some credit. Look at how the team came out against that defense, that team, no offseason, and we look like a competent football team. No respect at all for the Giants. Yeah, Skip hates everything. He tries to say that he hates everything Eagles, but he hates the Giants the most. Yeah, Cowherd is hilarious to me. I just watch his show to just watch him with his comparisons. He'll be talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, calling him handsome. The next second he's talking about Silicon Valley. Next second he's talking about millennials, and Colin Cowherd is funny to me. And then Skip has this problem with defensive players. Like he hates JJ Watt, he hates Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald wrecked the game against the Cowboys, and he didn't give Aaron Donald any credit. See, that's a good point, but when the Cowboys are about to play the Rams and you say that Aaron Donald is, somebody who disappears and then he wrecks the game, you got to give him some kind of credit. But also, they put like four guys on these two. Aaron Donald is an interior defensive lineman. You can triple team him. Carson Wentz is on his way. He's on his way to giving Jalen Hurts some reps. Yep, thank you. Don't fumble the ball. Pick up this first down. They should have retired 85. To me, it's so disrespectful that they have someone wearing 85 for the Bengals. See, we had to wait a whole year for Daniel Jones to recognize that pressure and protect the football. Joe Burrow was doing it in his second game. Yeah, Aaron Donald pushed over like three of the Cowboys' offensive linemen. It was bad. See, but Von Miller was lining up like 2 yards outside the tackle. He was going against Mike Remmers, and he had DeMarcus Ware on the other side. Like they put 3, 4 people on Aaron Donald every play. I think AJ Green lost a step, but I don't think he's done yet. I think he's still an elite receiver. Okay, you got to catch that. I just saw AJ Green just drop. You got to catch that. I think it was behind him, but you got to make that play for the rookie. Yeah, AJ Green's a free agent after this season. Oh, that's just a clean draw. You got to catch that. Yeah, I'm behind. My stream is lagging. Okay, clutch to Tyler Boyd. See, Joe Burrow has so many weapons. He just has to get protection. This is going to be a close game. Yeah, this he has to, redeem his team from losing on that field goal last week. Yeah, Josh Allen is a monster. Speaking of Josh Allen, he's still really. It's like I forget that he's in the league. The defensive end, Josh Allen. I'd rather have Daniel Jones. I know I was mad that we didn't get Josh Allen, but I think he's a good player. But I don't think he was worth it over that franchise quarterback. I think we got. Yeah, I'll be mad if Burrow doesn't win this game because of a kicker or somebody else makes a mistake. I'll be pretty pissed off. Yeah, I expected Joe Burrow to win this game. Oh, he overthrew him. Ah, man, you got to hit that, man. Yeah, it's always a chance against Baker Mayfield. He's like the human embodiment of the Dallas Cowboys. Ah, got to block. Let's see. Oh, that's holding on the defense. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you guys are about 30 seconds ahead of me, I think. Yeah, and it's a face mask. See, yeah, he's making me nervous with this stuff getting swatted. I don't know why they let BJ Goodson keep the number 93 at middle linebacker. Yeah, I just wish I was caught up, man, Vinny. I wish I was caught up. And I'm not watching with sound, so I don't know what all of these penalties are. Yeah, I think Daniel Jones is going to beat the Browns and the Bengals. I think the Bengals defense is horrible. The Browns, they got all the names, but they're just all names. They'll probably all have good stats, but they're just all names. Yeah, like I said, Bears fans are treating it like they're just some, juggernaut. I tried to give them some respect, but okay, I just see they just scored on the ESPN feed. My stream is a little bit behind that, but yeah, Vinny, you can type live in the chat because I see this ESPN feed anyway. Who's that? AJ? Oh, okay, that's Tyler. Who is that? Yeah, I don't know who that is. Thomas, Mike Thomas. Okay, but yeah, I mean, we need one more score. I think Joe can do it. Get him the ball back at the end of the game. I think he can do it. Yeah, I haven't watched a Bengals game in years. Probably since the last time we played them. But Burrow on the Bengals makes it interesting. I just really hope that the Bengals don't ruin them, but they don't look like they're capable of it yet. He looks like he's elevating over them. Yeah, Trubisky. See, the thing about Trubisky, I feel like we can get like 3, 4 interceptions against him, but at the same time, last game he threw those 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Trubisky is like he's just so inconsistent that it scares you. Like I think 2 years ago, Trubisky had a game where he threw 5 touchdowns. Like, and then he has the weapons. So I mean, I'm just hoping we can just get some turnovers and it'll be over in the first half. Yeah, the Browns are just the AFC version of the Cowboys with less prestige. At least right now. Before they were just plain bad. Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope, like I said, I feel like either Trubisky is going to have a great game against us, which I don't think. I don't think that's going to happen because we didn't really give up too many big plays last week. But hopefully, like I said, the game will be over in the second quarter, and we're just pretty much coasting to the win. I think drafting another offensive lineman depends on if Matt Parrott plays this year or where he is in his development. Because Matt Parrott, athletically, that dude is a beast. He's bigger than Andrew Thomas. He's more athletic, and a lot of people would think that Andrew Thomas might move to right tackle and Parrott being the left tackle because he's more athletic. Yeah, they're in my comments talking crazy. I mean, like they're thinking they're going to win by 20 points. They're some Super Bowl caliber defense. I mean, you just let the Lions put up, 20 something points against you on a blink of an eye, and they just gave up and stopped trying to score. And they should have won that game if DeAndre Swift didn't drop that touchdown. I think it'll be a pass rusher or a wide receiver, maybe cornerback. After this season, we're going to need a cornerback bad. Unless Darnay Holmes steps up and is that outside corner, we're probably going to be looking at that too. But I feel like one of these three needs we're going to address in the free agency. Yeah, Darius Slayton is a beast. But we're going to see if he can string together good games, for a full season. Because he had a couple of good games last year, and then he would have games where he disappeared. But as far as getting in the end zone, he's been really good with that. Oh, Nick Chubb is breaking loose. See, this is why Joe Burrow can't be good. This is why he can't be great, I mean, because his defense is letting them establish the run. But Chubb is running hard today. He's Chubb came to play today, and he's finding the holes, smallest creases. He's coming to play. He doesn't want this guy Kareem Hunt to take his job. Oh, is Kareem Hunt gonna break out? Oh man. Oh boy. See, yeah, I mean, can Joe Burrow get some help? Why is he doing the Zeke feed me thing? Yeah, they just who see this is why Joe Judge deserves credit. How many missed tackles did you besides that James Washington touchdown? You didn't really see any missed tackles with us. But the Bengals, they're not fundamentally sound with tackling at all. They're just bad tackling. You're trying to tackle these two beasts with ankle tackles, really? 200 rushing yard, like you got to wrap somebody up. You can tell they didn't practice tackling in off season. And this is sad, man. I mean, this is sad. This is what I thought, our only chance of beating the Steelers would look like running the ball, but they shut it down. They shut that down completely. If they can make them kick a field goal, I mean, they'll still have a chance. It'll be an 8-point game. Yeah, the tennis balls work. People want to talk about Joe Judge all day and how he's trying to be like Bill Belichick. Joe Judge, he's hitting 1,000. He's batting 1,000 at this point. For me, Joe Judge is great. He'll be great. Like, when do you see Bill Belichick diving in the mud, with his players? Like, that's not happening. I don't understand the whole he's trying to be someone else because he looks like he's being Joe Judge to me. Yeah, now it's over. With that touchdown, it's over. Like, it's just such a lazy comparison. They just say, "Oh, how can I determine how I can justify why the Giants are going to be bad this year?" I feel like I started Kareem Hunt in my fantasy league, but I'm not sure. Can't remember. I'm in like 7 fantasy leagues, but Joe Judge is not Bill Belichick. He doesn't behave like Belichick at all. Of course, you pick up some things, from people that you work for and mentor you, but he doesn't behave like Bill Belichick at all. Well, if Joe Burrow can get another touchdown, the stats will look good, and he put up a good fight. But if his defense was able to get one stop, I believe he would have been able to come back. Yeah, DJ might have a 5 touchdown game against the Bengals. The Bengals, or Saquon might have like 250 because if they're gonna tackle like this, I don't. They're not gonna win anything. But the sad thing is, the Bengals are supposed to be 1-1 right now. That's the thing. This shouldn't be their second loss. Yeah, we all have the prove them wrong attitude, but after a while, it gets annoying. Like, no credit at all. Yeah, the Bengals have got to tackle better because they're playing great defense at the point of attack, but they're just slapping guys on the thigh, slapping them on the ankle. That's not going to bring down Nick Chubb. I'm sorry to tell you. And now we got people dropping passes. Okay. At this point, I just want Joe Burrow to have his first 3 touchdown, 0 interception game. If Baker Mayfield makes me sick. Like, all these easy throws on a bad defense. Yeah, I just hope the Bengals can, get some help on defense and, get an offensive line because I do not want them to ruin my quarterback. Well, DJ is my quarterback, but, Joe Burrow was my college quarterback. Yeah, they just are going to say things that are going to make people mad in New York, and they know it. But most Giants fans at this point agree with the media. They think that the Giants are the worst thing to happen. You know, in a place where the Knicks exist, they think that the Giants are the problem. Yeah, I feel like at that point Baker, he opened his mouth about the Giants, and he hasn't been good ever since. You're right. I mean, I put a lot of energy into making sure that he didn't have any good games last year. Yeah, he knew if he didn't win this game, they would have put Case Keenum in. There was a report that came out earlier today saying that if he lost this game and lost the next one, that they were going to put Case Keenum in. Yeah, Fisk wasn't giving Baker, he wasn't giving him the benefit of the doubt at all. I thought it was just Freddie Kitchens, but he's still. We'll see how he does for the rest of the year, but he doesn't look like he's going to be all that good. Him and Sam Darnold at this point, at this point, they've got to do something because Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are making them look bad. We love garbage time touchdowns. Let's get a couple here. Yeah, that's the sad thing. Case Keenum might be the better option. Just like if what we all saw from the Washington football team, you guys tell me what you think. But what we saw from that team, tell me they're not a playoff team if Alex Smith is in the game. Now that's believing that Alex Smith is still, 75% of what he was, but Haskins is going to ruin them this year. Odell is 4 for 74 in a touchdown, which is a good game, considering they've got 200 yards rushing. Yeah, if we can get him for a third, fourth round pick, I feel like he might go for a fifth at this point. But if we can get him for anything less than a second, I'll take Odell back. And I think Joe Judge can manage him, man. If we had Pat Shermer, absolutely not. I wouldn't want him back. Odell to the Buccaneers? Is that what you're saying, Cameron? The Buccaneers, I think, are going to bounce back. I mean, Tom is in a new offense. I mean, nobody thought that they were going to be able to beat the Saints week one. 56 attempts? For real? Wow. Yeah, you're not going to win the game with your rookie quarterback throwing 56 times. That's ridiculous. You have Joe Mixon. Haskins, I don't know if I'm giving up on him completely, but right now he just looked bad. I mean, week one he looked bad until Wentz started turning the ball over and he got the ball like in the red zone every time he got the ball. He was missing receivers, throwing the ball in the dirt, overthrowing them. He just doesn't look good. If they bring Odell back, they know they'll get some more primetime games. They know the ratings will go up. That might be the number one reason why they would bring him back. I don't know if he could ruin this culture, but I could be wrong. I just want a receiver. Haskins played better than Carson week one. Carson just lost his team a 17-point lead. I mean, those are just two really bad interceptions. I don't understand how you make rookie mistakes in your fifth year. I'm pretty sure this is year five for him, and he's making rookie mistakes. Yeah, I'm rooting for Alex Smith. I'm not rooting for the team that he's on, but yeah, that was a crazy injury. Yeah, he's got 59 attempts. This is no good. The Bengals, he shouldn't be throwing the ball 60 times. It's ridiculous. And that was pass interference on AJ Green, most definitely. Yeah, everyone probably ended there. I wouldn't end it this early. Yeah, exactly. He shouldn't be throwing it 61 times. That was a beautiful throw. And that's no knock on Burrow. That's like I don't want Mahomes. I don't want any of these quarterbacks throwing the ball 60 something times. That's not a recipe to win. Unless the other quarterback is throwing it 60 something times. But if the other team has I mean, yeah, giant opinion sports, but 60 attempts? It's a new NFL, but if you run for 200 plus yards, you're usually going to win the game. It's about who wins the line of scrimmage. And that's just pretty much it. Unless you got a superhero at quarterback, and there's only like 3 or 4 of those guys, you're not going to win anything if you can't run the ball. Yeah, I'm hoping that the Bengals can win, 6, 7 games this year. But, Burrow he's going to bounce back. He had a good statistical game this year. He had that fumble, but I mean, at the end of the day, they can't protect him. And they can't play defense. They can't tackle. Yeah, they might have 6,000 yards because they're adding on an extra game, and they might just completely do that in 6 years. It might be all passing. But Cameron, you said that they were ending streams. I mean, what if the Bengals got this onside kick? Yeah, thanks for coming in, Richard. Yeah, those are probably Bengals fan. See, I mean, I'm a Giants fan. We've had some bad seasons. I don't just leave when there's a minute left. Yeah, they could have got that onside kick. Those people would have been sick. If I'm Joe Burrow, I don't need any advice from Baker Mayfield. I don't. Hey, thanks for the sub, Camry. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. This was fine. This is kind of my team away from my team just because of Joe, but I've been thinking about streaming for the Giants game, maybe before or after, or maybe streaming some other games because I know there's a lot of Giants streamers that stream during the game, but I'll see how it goes. This went pretty well, so I'll definitely be doing some more soon. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. So I'll see y'all probably making a video tomorrow. Yeah, that's a good point, Giant opinion. I might do that. But yeah, I'll catch y'all later.